All right. How's everybody doing? We are back. This is Bruce with Garbage or Great and the Epic Experiment, and we are playing 5 with Bruce tonight. We are playing 5 games of Brawl with the commander of our choosing. Tonight, we are going to step into the arena with Bebop and Rocksteady. So we are going back to Ninja Turtles, looking up another legendary creature to go and play, and we are going to play Bebop and Rocksteady. So, Bebop and Rocksteady is 1 and a black-green hybrid for a 7/5 legendary creature, Boar Rhino Mutant. Let that sink in, folks. That's a 3-mana 7/5. So there's got to be a pretty healthy drawback here. Whenever Bebop and Rocksteady attack or block, sacrifice a permanent unless you discard a card. So this is like a pretty rough ability on a card that's a drawback. However, you get a really big thumper that you can use to, pound the table. So, I asked myself, if this is what I was going to do, if I want to play Bebop and Rocksteady, what do I need? Well, I want to sacrifice things, and particularly trinkets and junk and things that I don't really need to get ahead. So, a great example would be Gilded Goose here. Gilded Goose, single green mana. When the bird comes into play, you make a food. And you can tap it and with 1 and a green to create another food token. Now this can be used to ramp, or you can use the food token to allow Bebop and Rocksteady to attack or block, making it, a manageable expense to cast or to use without, paying too much. Bitter Blossom is another. So Bitter Blossom is a pretty neat effect because you can, make a fairy token each turn. That means you're guaranteed at least to be able to attack with Bebop and Rocksteady. All right. What else do we have? We have this Terran Tusk Unwisely Awoken is also interesting. So it makes a food as a 2-mana play, but then it also uses has this ability where it gives boars, which is one of the creature types of this particular creature, a +1/+1. So it makes it a little bit bigger, yet still, I don't know, man. At 3 mana, we have Experimental Confectioner. We've got Peregrine Took, Tireless Provisioner, Grist, Chatterfang. All these things make tokens that we're going to use. And then we get to 4. We got Night of Sweet Revenge, which is a pretty good one. It makes a food token, but then additionally, you can then tap to make essentially overrun, and you can use the food as a way to generate additional mana. At the 5-mana slot, we've got Tendershoot Dryad to make more things you can sacrifice. And Yigra, Eater of All, makes all your things into food that you can just sack for giggles. All right, and then we've got Liliana, who makes zombies up here too. Because we're in black and green, we've got some pretty decent card draw. We got some things like Corrupted Conviction. We have Vampiric Rites. We have Village Rites, which are all, pretty inexpensive ways to draw some cards. Call of the Ring is kind of like my new favorite way of getting a Phyrexian Arena into play at only 2 mana. Dark Confidant is also here to help us draw some cards. All right, a Nasty End. All right, our ramp is pretty simple. We're playing Terminus. We're playing some critters down here at the bottom. Halfling, Mystic, Gilded Goose. But we're really looking to play Bebop early and get it down and just start thumping people because it's huge. And the removal package is pretty solid too. You have some pretty good stuff. So we're going to take it into the arena, see how we do. If you want to see the full list, it is down in the description down below. It is on our Moxfield account. You can go see all the decks that I play here on 5 with Bruce and all of the EDH decks that I've been highlighting on our deck techs. So, with that said, let's go into the arena. Let's see how we do with Bebop and Rocksteady. All right, we're playing Brawl, and we are going to go ahead and see if we can't clown some people with a Rhino and a Boar. Who knows? Last time's was a little bit disappointing. I would have liked to got a little bit of a better showing. I also miscounted and played 6 games instead of 5. Not that anybody is complaining, I'm sure. Anyway, okay, let's see. Well, this gives me my Bebop and Rocksteady on 3. I don't know what I'm doing beyond that, so we're going to need to find some stuff to do here. All right, we're playing Gingerbread Cabin, which could make us a food, but it's not today. Okay, this is slightly awkward. Heroes in the Half Shell. We've seen this before. Alright, what is this? Splinter Mentor. This thing needs to die. I don't need ninjas running around. Yes, you make a mutagen token. I understand. Okay. I want to draw some cards. Oh, I can't do that. Well, I guess we're going to play Bebop and Rocksteady this turn. I don't know if that's the right play here, but that's what we're doing. Huh. That's a little awkward. Stinky PU. We're cultivating. Alright. Can I just say I'm not a huge fan? So, I think, at this stage, unless I draw something pretty good, given the current information down here, I'm probably going for, okay, well, we got a land, and we're playing Shieldred. I'm not attacking because I'm not that desperate to get my my Shieldred dead. He's going to kill it all on his own. He doesn't really need any help. This is going to be Turtle. Yeah. Alright, so this is a problem. Okay. So we draw a card, we do that. So, what does this have on? Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Haste. And it's because it's got black. Okay, we're going to go... I kind of think I go Gray Merchant here. Like, that's 6. It's a pretty significant swing. So this... I think our opponent's not really keen to get into us because of the fact that we have lots of blockers. We have inevitability in front of us here in the form of the Shieldred, which he's going to have to kill. Dawn and Lee. At the beginning of your end step, X up to one target artifact. Okay, that's sure. I guess that's fine. So now what, my friend? Now what are we doing? I don't know what the answer is. Well, we're putting Bebop and Rocksteady, and we're gonna put Gray Merchant in front of this thing. We gotta discard a card here. We're gonna discard this Doomblade. Alright, so I'm going to move that back to my command zone. Sure, there's nothing to blink, so that's not really relevant. So, well, I think we're just doing this. I'm not in any burning need to go and try and pressure my opponent's life total at this point, because the Shieldred is doing it well enough on her own. I think the correct response at this point is I'm going to go get the Reanimate. I think is what I'm going to go do. Raph and Mikey trouble. Okay. What is this? Michelangelo Mutant. Well, I think we're going to let this thing... We're going to block this. And this blocks this thing. And we take 7 from Raph and Mikey. I don't love that notion, but that's where we're at. Okay. You're blinking the Raph and Mikey. Yeah, which is a problem because it starts it all over again. Okay, so we... I don't know if this is the right play. So, do I tutor up a card and put it to the top of my deck? Or do I just play Bebop and Rocksteady? I think I just play Bebop and Rocksteady. That way I've got a pretty healthy blocker that I can use to trade with Raph and Mikey if I need to. I don't know if that's really what I want to do, but that's kind of where we're at. I would also say I'm in pretty good shape because my opponent is still having to deal with a Shieldred that is active, and he hasn't dealt with it. So we're going to have another attack here. And this is like kind of awkward. That's a 6/6. I don't think I care. Okay, so this is yet another 4/4. Double all damage that you control with creatures you control with counters on them would deal. Okay. So this is going to have... It doesn't have double strike. It's something like double strike. So we're going to put 2 of these things on this thing. We're going to put Shelly on him, that on this. And I take 4 from Dawn and Leo. Okay. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to discard the Dark Red here. I was trying to save that, but I don't think it matters. And I don't think our opponent has any tricks in his hand because he's looking at... Now, I'm going to take a knock from Heroes because it's got Trample. So it's going to double his damage. Yeah, that's a problem. But that's a pretty good wipe on... I'll put it back in my command zone. That's not really what I wanted. Sure. You draw a card and you take some damage. Right. And we're back to... Sure, but that's not really what you wanted. Okay. So... creatures you control die, create a food token. Well, we're going to do this. And we are going to hold tight. We're not attacking. We are not really in a position to attack. We are mostly holding the fort here. And the plan I think I have is I'm going to nasty end here. Using one of these Sapperling tokens to try and draw some cards. My opponent's going to try and stick their heroes in the half shell again. So it's at 9 mana. He's got 9 there, so he's got to stick it. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. So you're tapped out. Pass. So we're just going to double up the block on that thing, and we take 4 more. Like, that's not what I really wanted. But he just keeps running his turtle into my Sapperling tokens. And it's really, like, kind of funny. Yeah, you can put the token back on it if you want and draw some cards. Pass. Yeah, like, I guess. We are going to sack this thing to draw 2 cards. Okay, we make a Sapperling. Play a dude. We are going to this. And we play this. And I guess we pass the turn. I don't really have an attack. I don't need to attack. So I'm just sort of sitting. The danger is here that he's going to rip something humongous and kill me all in one fell swoop. Which could happen. Like he's got 10 mana and he's got 6 cards. My hope here is that he's going to have not a lot to really do. The fact that I've also been stuck on 2 black land is a bit of an issue. Leonardo Samurai. Okay, that doesn't threaten me, and neither does this Donatello card. I'm not that worried about that. Sure, put the counter on. I don't really care. Farseek. Go ahead, seek away. So here's what I'm hoping here. I'm actually hoping I rip a black land here. If I rip a black untapped source, yeah, sure. I'm not really interested in getting myself killed by that thing, so yeah. And we will sacrifice to draw a card. Or gain a life, I mean. Alright. Sure, blink whatever you want to blink. I don't think I care. No, it's got to be your thing. You can't blink my thing, my friend. Okay, make a dude. Chatterfang is not really what I wanted. Well, let's see. He's got 3 blockers. 1, 2, 3. Does anything have lifelink? No. No. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. I think the correct Well. Yeah, well, he's going to scoop. Okay. So we got the first guy. Not exactly the way that this deck normally wants to get the win, but we got the win. Okay. Let's go see what else we can do. 1-0. Feels pretty good. I would have liked a slightly different way to win, but you take the wins however you get them. Hope everybody's having a good night. If you're out there and you're watching and you happen to think of commanders that you would like to see brewed on Arena, please let me know so that we can put them together and give them a try on Arena, playing some Brawl here on the show. It would be really nice if we could, get some a little bit more underway. Let's see. All right. So this is Bitter Blossom into... So this has got to go first here. So this is Bitter Blossom into Bebop, and we're going to try and smash. So this guy's got a Simic colored Lands Matter deck, so we're going to be into all sorts of trouble here in a minute. If we get past Bebop and Rocksteady, what is kind of nice here is that this is leaning towards the direction of having like an Egrix and a Dark Confidant for some card advantage here, so that's not a bad play. If he were smart, he'd have a counter thing, something to remove the Bitter Blossom. That won't do it. That's an extra land because he's looking to ramp to Tachova or something as quickly as he can. Blooming Marsh is perfect. Blooming Marsh is a Bebop. Okay, Bebop and Rocksteady are in play. Let's see. Can we ride the Rhino to victory? We will see. I have my doubts. I think my opponent is smart enough he's going to bounce it. Birds of Paradise will not get the job done. You've got 3 mana. What are you doing with it all? Beanstalk. Whoa. So, this guy is signaling that he's going to have some chonkers coming down, hitting the table real soon. So, we do this, and we are going to do Dark Confidant, and we are attacking with Bebop and Rocksteady. In the resolve, I am going to decline. I'm going to sacrifice this permanent. And my opponent has a choice to make here. Does he wish to take the beats, or does he wish to win? He is choosing to take the beats. Gotcha. So, alright, I mean... That draws him a card. That's a pretty good play. We're playing Tachova. We'll see what... Oh, gain a life, draw a card. All good things. All things my opponent wants to do. My turn. Alright, we're playing this land. So, I think... Okay, I think the correct play is we go Loth. And we go Loth and -3 her, and then we attack. So, yeah, I think that's... The only other remaining question here is... So, Loth... I can't do Loth and Mirkwood Bats. So, is it worth my while to go Dark Ritual for Loth, and then keep Village Rites up? Actually, that might be the answer here. So, we're going to go Dark Ritual... And we're going to go Loth. And we're going to make 2 spiders. We are going to move to attacking. We attack with this. Resolve. Decline. Suck this thing.
I will cull the weak.
So, my opponent has an unfortunate tough choice to make here. And he's just going to take some more damage. So that's 14 damage Bebop has doled out. That's a lot of beats that he's played. And sure, you got Courser. He's going to have to block with some pieces here. He's going to gain life, which, like, this is a little frustrating. Because now between the Azusa and then Tachova and Courser, he's going to gain some more life here. Which is a little unfortunate. And this is Boseiju, reaches skyward, and anyway. So we're going to have to try and lay some more beat down on our friend here. So I don't know what he's going to do with... What are you going to do with all that junk? All that junk inside that trunk? Search your basic land for library, put it in your hand. So he's got all basic in hand. Alright, I mean, that's fine.
Aren't I generous?
Halfway. So, I think the correct play is start with this. So we make some dudes.
My power is for
And then
annihilation.
we play halfling. And we play bats. He may counter bats, which if he does, that's fine. That's his business. I'm not heartbroken by that. He should if he knows what's good for him, because it makes a bunch of things. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'm glad to get that out of his hand. So we attack with this and we attack with this. Perfect. Over to discard a card. We will not discard a card. We are sacking that.
Do what I demand.
So Bebop has now dealt 21 damage to our opponent. In most games, this would be have him at 4. But because this is a... Oh, that means my whole hands go back to my hand. Alright. Yeah, Flood of Tears, it is. Yeah. In my hand. Right. So, we've seen a lot of stuff, and our opponent may or may not have further ways to power through things. So, I'm going to be honest. I think my play here is I'm actually going to go for Egrix and force my opponent to, like, do it now, basically. Because if I swing with Egrix, I have the capacity to ruffle stomp the table. So, yeah, you're discarding a bunch of cards. So we are going to go for the Egrix. I gotta discard a card. I think I discard the cut down because it's going to be not relevant. He's got a lot of stuff here, I have to say, but yeah, I don't know. Loth is pretty cool. I hadn't thought about Loth too much, and then I saw her and I'm like, that's a pretty cool inclusion. Let's try her out. So, Courser. That's so much life he's gained. It's crazy. That is so nuts. Whoa, we gotta kill that thing. I need to find a piece of removal. Scape shift. Ooh, this guy's doing something spicy. Whoo! Yeah, man. You do you, buddy. We are going to try and do Egrix things here in a second. That may not be in the same ballpark as a scape shift. Alright, well, we're attacking with this thing. Yeah, here we go. What does the doctor's order when I ripped cards off the top of my deck? If your Courser dies, I'm not going to cry. I would happily trade your commander too. Really? That's really upsetting, actually. But I did attack, so I get to do the thing. So, alright, we do the thing. Ooh. I gotta stop there because I can't play any more cards. So we play land. We go Halfling into Loth. Make 2 dudes.
You could have such power. A gift. In
So we have to
exchange
see if our opponent here has got a way to get us dead. He might have a way to get us dead. I'm looking at his hand. Like, what does he do here to stomp the table? I don't know, but he may have a way to kill the table here. Ancient Green Warden is awesome. Okay. Okay, I don't know what you've got. So you've got lands to play. All right. This is a game, folks. Woo! Our opponent's definitely living dangerously. He's looking for an answer here. Exploration doesn't do it. This doesn't do it. Escape Shift might. Escape Shift might. Okay, yeah, you got all those land triggers that are just gonna like put you, draw you a million cards. He's like, they come into the battlefield tapped, so he doesn't have a way to make treasures or mana with a Lotus Cobra. So we may be okay here. Like, we're definitely in a big pickle here. Definitely. I don't know what to say. Hard to predict what's going to happen here. All right, and away we go. So many triggers. Yeah. Hullbreaker Horror. Oh, well, I gotta get this guy dead stat. This is gonna be bad. We're draining our opponent out for every card he plays. So this is gonna be interesting to see what happens here, because he's gonna be in real danger here of, we could wipe his board and kill him. So Shatterfang and Pitiless Plunder have a really interesting interaction. Yeah, so we need a black. And we're going to sacrifice 2 squirrels. We're going to start by killing this. And then we do it again. We stack this for a black. And we're going to put and use the black and sack. Selects X. So 1, 2, 3. This one.
For annihilation.
So our opponent's probably seeing the trend here. So we do this. We make a black. We're going to sack 3 squirrels. We use this ability. 1, 2, 3. Sack it on this. Kill the bird. 1, 2, 3. Boom. So this Lightless Evangel is also going to be a giant problem for our opponent here.
And we will slay our
Alright, we make a black. We use this ability. We say 1, 2, 3. Target this one. We use 3 squirrels. 1, 2, 3 squirrels.
Our subservience will be rewarded.
Alright, we make a black. We use the ability. We go 1, 2, 3, X. Target a creature. That one. Sacrifice 3 for 1, 2, 3.
I will get what I want.
Now we can do it again. Yeah, he's got the gist of it. He's dead. Cool. 2-0, doing degenerate tokeny things. Okay. That wasn't quite how we drew it up either. Why can't I just let my Bebop beat down? Come on, folks. Let me beat down with Bebop. However, we are 2-0 here. We are doing pretty well, I have to say. And we are going to go to work. Game 3. Let's go see what we got. I'm hoping that we play something that lets me not have to try and beat them in a war of attrition. I don't want a combo deck. I don't want my opponents to play a combo deck, but I do think I am ready for a deck that wants to try and tussle, not just, you know, accrue a million value. Yarok. Ooh, okay. Okay. So we're playing Panharmonic on things today, are we? Okay. So this makes... Okay, so this is going to be Swamp into Wastewood Verge, I think. So we play Swamp, we go Vampire here. Then, depending on what our opponents do, untap Tenacious Pup. So, I think the correct answer here, since we're not going to get... We play this tapped, we push the pup, and we attack. I don't love that, but that means we get Bebop down on 3. Unless our opponent's got a counter spell in hand. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Haunt. Sure. Attack. And then I just don't want to get caught with my opponent having a counter spell in hand, and me just... I would like feel better if some of this was tapped. Yeah. What? What has happened here? Okay, whatever. That's not what it does it for me. Okay. So we are going to go... First we go attacking. And we play Bebop and Rocksteady. So, is our opponent playing Yarok? If he plays Yarok, Guardian Project. So now our opponent's really in the world of hurt time here coming up. Resolve, decline that. I think I'm going to hold up on casting the Gifted Aetherborn, even though I could, because if I got a board wipe, I don't really want to get caught. Yarok, see, Yarok doesn't do enough here. Yeah, it really doesn't do enough here. All right, so we're going to play... We're going to -2. And we're going to sacrifice this creature. And we're going to kill Yarok. Then we play this thing. And we're going to eat the rest of his graveyard. Making derpy things. Yeah, no. And we all attack. Resolve, decline, sack. Yeah, as our opponent doesn't have a pretty good answer here, they are likely dead. But that's 6 mana and a full grip of cards. They have lost Crux of Fate. Exactly. Alright, but that leaves me with an active Grist, which is still pretty good. Grafdigger's Cage. I don't know why you're running Grafdigger's Cage in your deck with Uro. Anyway, we are doing this. We are playing the land, and we are playing Bebop and Rocksteady. And we're going to see what our opponent does. Yeah, you're going to remove it again. That's fine. Take action. You also need to kill the Grist, because the Grist is going to slowly... Alright, we're doing it again. Grist. We attack for 1. We Dark Confidant. And we end our turn. We're gonna I can't play that, do that yet. Exclusion Mage. Return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Sure. I guess. Thassa's Deep Dwelling. We're gonna stay put. So going for Yarok doesn't necessarily help him. Target creature fights target creature you don't control. Sure. What are you fighting? Dark Confidant, I presume. Well, we're gonna do this. Curious to see what he's going to do here with the Hydra. No, we declined the Hydra. Well, alright. We play this. And we do this. We are not attacking. What is our opponent doing? Opponent. Okay. Surveil. Okay. That's kind of gross. Not a fan particularly of that. Well, we're going to put this in the way of this, I guess. And take 2. Alright, not my favorite thing to do. Okay, come on. Yeah, you're gonna tap down things. Okay. How do I get you? I have a problem here. Nasty end. Well, we're going to start by making a dude. That's what Gris is going to do. He's going to make me a dude. And we are going to attack, I think. Resolve. We decline. We sack a thing. Next. You've got a block. What are you blocking with? Gadwick. Not sad about that. That takes Thassa off the table. We play this. Alright, we're going to sit tight here. Our opponent's got lots and lots of cards. Okay, Cavalier Gales. That's going to bring Thassa back online. Okay. That's not great news for me. And he's going to get twice the triggers because of Yarok. Okay. So, what am I doing? What am I realistically looking at here? What gets me out of the jam here? The Cavalier is a proper Dread Presence. That's also not good for me. Yeah, you're drawing a whole mess of cards. Okay. Alright, alright. What are we doing? Oh dear. This is going to be kind of tricky here. Yeah, I lose. Oh, you can... well, I guess I'm doing that now, aren't I? Well, that's definitely not getting the job done. Oh. Grafdigger's Cage, you're right. Okay, yeah. And a million more cards. He's going to have to discard a whole pile. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, I don't know what we do here. He's got to discard a whole bunch of things now. These have been some grindy matches here, folks, I have to say. I don't know quite how I get myself out of this jam, because he has accrued such value that I'm kind of at a loss for how to get out of this. And I'm drawing land at this point. So, that's not good. Like, I mean, do I just attack? But he's got a god. Like, I think I'm pretty well done, because I don't see how I get out of this in any sort of timely fashion with just a single song. We will play out the next turn and let our opponent pretty much... At this point, they're pretty much stitched it up. I don't know how I beat them in this moment, but, I mean, we'll go ahead and draw our next card and see if the next card gets us out of a pickle. But, I don't really think I... Dream Eater. So you're bouncing 2 things, and then by the time Thassa doubles it again, it's going to bounce 2 more things. Okay. Cool. Cool beans, my man. So you're going to bounce Bebop and the Gifted Aetherborn back to my hand. In my hand, yeah, that's fine. And then we're going to make a food here with it, I guess, because it doesn't really matter. Bruh. Okay. Scoot Swarm. Well, I'm going to be honest. That's about all I want to see at this point, because that's just going to get ridiculous. So, right. Yeah, I mean, you go do the thing. Can't block any of it, folks. Or it doesn't do me any good to block any of it. So, no blocks. Pass the damage. Alright, well, we're going to do this. We are going to tap this thing, make a food. I don't know if it gets me anywhere, but we're going to try and do it. Yep. You're going to then blink the Dream Eater, bounce the rest of my board, and will be dead to rights. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. We had a good start. We bounced. We laid some good attacks and got our opponent down to. I think we got him down to 4, but that didn't do the trick, does it? 4 is not the same as dead. All right, my turn. Let's draw. See what we draw. What would get me out of this pickle? I think Meat Hook Massacre would go a long way. So if I drew Meat Hook Massacre, I think that would probably be. But I drew a Forest. Alright, so we're just going to scoop here, folks. Good game to our opponent, and we scoop up. Because that's not going to get the job done. Bebop and Rocksteady and a gifted halfling, delighted halfling, sorry, do not get the job done. We are done. Alright, 2-1. 2 games to go. We just need to grab 1 win. 50%, baby. 50%. Alright, here we go. Game 4. Again, the amount of value we've seen people accrue in our games has been astounding. I mean, really astounding. Lots of nights these games go lickety-split and we get done in no time flat. And this tonight with this black-green deck that's looking to attack quite promptly, Fire Lord Zuko. I'm most familiar with this one. Let's read this one first. What does it say? Firebending X, where X is Fire Lord Zuko's power. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, and whenever you permanent you control enters from exile, do I have... Okay, so I got a piece of removal, but it's not for... It's for not... Oh. Okay, yeah, okay. Alright, we can keep this hand. Alright, we'll keep it. Yeah. That's fine. Do I want to just go Dark Rit into Bebop on turn 1? Is that good? How do I follow it up? I follow it up with Dark Confidant next turn? Or do I just play the... You know what? I'm going to play it slow. I'm going to have a turn 2 Shouldered instead as the better value play. My opponent may not like me for it, but we're going to go Dark Rit into Shelly. I mean, maybe my opponent's going to have a removal spell for Shelly right away, which is a very real possibility. I don't think that is it, though. You are casting things from exile. Okay. I drew a card. I'm going to play this Forest. And I am going to... I'm going to attack. Right? This thing isn't that big. Yeah, okay, we're attacking. Is our opponent relishing the prospect of taking some? I think we play... I don't have an easy way to go and... I'm going to play Dark Confidant. And the reason being, I want the card advantage before I want to go and stick Bebop here. Right now, my board state looks pretty strong. This is Gloria, Great Armor. That's Zuko. We are going to kill Zuko here. Yeah, it is haste. So, we are not blocking. What are you doing with 2 mana? You are not doing anything with 2 mana. Shatterfang and a thing. Okay, we play this. We are going to enter it tapped. We are going to go for the throw to that. And then we move to attack with Shouldered. If he blocks with his thing, that's fine. Okay, we're we're pressuring his life total. He's got a Firelord Zuko that's not down this turn, and this is Gloria again. Whenever you attack. Okay, that's that one. Okay, that's... I don't recognize that one. Okay, boom. Opponent scoops. The turn 2 shoulder proves to be very effective regularly, I guess. So that's 2 games won as a big thank you to our girl Shelly. All right. And one last one for you all at home. We have a winning record. We're playing this one just for laughs, seeing if we can't end the night strong, 4-1. That'd be a real nice way to finish the game, finish the night. So, but if you like what you've seen, regardless of whether I win or lose, please like and subscribe. I'm gonna keep doing this, and hopefully people out there enjoy watching it. All right, what do we do here? So I'm gonna keep, and I'm gonna go Haunt of the Dead Marshes to scry. In turn 2, I can play Vampiric Rites, and then I've got Chatterfang Experiment. I think we go here. Okay, I don't recognize that one particularly. I think that is... Nope, I want this. I want to set up my draw. What is this on top? Gingerbread Cabin. Actually, I don't mind that, because I can play that tap next turn and still cast Vampiric Rites. And then on 3, I've got stuff. So this is not good. Okay, we do this. We attack. He's going to let us attack. Alright, next we go Vampiric Rites. I don't love casting this like this, but you know, hey, sometimes it happens. So I think the next play is Experimental Confectioner. Or do I just go for... Maybe depends. If my opponent has untapped mana, I'm going to go for the... Yeah, he's... Whew, I like that play. I like double things. So if he taps out for here... Yeah, he didn't tap out. Oh, no, he did. Okay. Oh, that is a huge turn. Wow. I like that. All right. You got it. Okay. We play this. We play Bebop. And we just sit tight, I think. I don't think we're really in the business. Now, blue-green, lots of bounce effects, lots of things that are going to put things back in our hand. We kind of are a little bit stumbly on our mana here, so it's not great news for us. But Somber Wild Sage, oh my goodness, this guy's curved out beautifully. This is a piece of work here, folks. Like, this is marvelous. This guy should be just, yeah, put a counter or this is just spectacular. This thing is curved out beautifully. I don't know what he's got left in hand. I don't think this Drunith triggers again. I mean, maybe he's got a combat trick, in which case an attack here and a combat trick. No? Okay. So, I think this comes into play on tap now. So, I think I'm going to play Experimental Confectioner here. Yeah, I play Experimental Confectioner. Now, our opponent has a problem in so much as he doesn't really want to attack into a Bebop. But he's sitting on 7 mana, and he can do some cool things. So we got to see what his plan is. And he can move the counters around on Drunith to get... oh my goodness, what are we casting? This could be huge. Oh, okay, robot. Oh, that is so good. This guy's got this thing. This is beautiful. This is a piece of work, my friends. Nice. Love it. So, what he doesn't know is that we need a black source. So if we get a black source here, we Meat Hook Massacre for 2 and wipe his board. He doesn't know that yet, though. But, no, maybe not, because he's going to put some counters on things, but... yeah, maybe not wipe his board, but certainly hurt his board. Now, you move the counters around. That's what I would do. Yeah, you move the counters onto that. Oh! That's not where I thought that would go. Oh, oh, baby. Okay. Okay. You don't say. Okay. Well, you can't have... Is that a... Oh, it's doubled. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Okay. So, what do we do? Oh boy. So, do I go Chatterfang and go for the throat on the Vorinclex? I think that's what I do. I go Chatterfang, and I go this. That still leaves me in a bad spot. We can't attack into this. Oh. I don't know what else our opponent does other than Crater Hoof us. Like, if I were this guy, like, that's where I'm looking for right now. I wouldn't tutor up a Crater Hoof. What does this do? This is enormous. Wowzers. Yeah, you make the things all right, folks. I am going to be in real danger just dying outright to this stuff. This creature enters with X. If this creature has more than one or more +1 counters, you may remove a +1 counter from issue. You draw a card. Huh. That's pretty cool. That is... Wow. Alright. Cool. Nice. That's pretty nice, I will say. Whoo! What are you doing here? I don't know what this guy's plan is. This is... I don't know. I don't know how I beat this thing. So, no attacks. Settle down. Yeah, you move a counter, you draw a card. That is such a problem. Holy moly. Sure. Yeah, you don't say. Okay. Ledger Shredder. That's also a problem. I'm going to get run over here real quick. I think I take the knock, actually. Okay. Okay, so here is kind of the plan. So, 4, 5. Okay, I can't go bigger than 4. But if I sack the 2 squirrels to shrink Vorinclex, what does that do for me? That kills almost his whole board. Save for... yeah, that's what we're going to do here. So we do this, we go 2. Pay 2. To this. 1, 2. Submit. We go X is 4. Oh, he's going to put a counter on the Vorinclex. That's annoying. So it doesn't die. Oh. That's not really it. I'm not attacking. Considering my opponent has got so many cards in hand, I'm in real danger. But that was probably the best play I could have made given the circumstances, because I wasn't digging my way out of that. Oh boy, that's not good for me. Okay, yeah, I guess. Shoreline Looter. What does this do? This creature deals combat damage to player, draw a card, then discard a card unless there are 7 more cards in your graveyard, which he has 7 cards in his graveyard. Delightful. I don't know. Serpent. Protected from multicolors. Well, that's a problem. That's probably the end of me, just straight up. And yeah, he's going to have 2 copies of it, too, because of Drunith. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah, I guess. I can't stop that. That's 18 damage coming at me. I can't stop. Okay, how do I win here, folks? I don't know if I can't. Oh, please. Okay, we're gonna do this. That is definitely not the answer, but we're gonna try it anyway. We gotta do something. Goose? Well, that's not it. We're done. We are going to play a land. We are going to sack this thing. Alright. 3 mana spell that draws me, that wins me the game, right? It's in the deck, right? Somewhere? Somewhere? I guess it's 4 mana because I got this food token, but... Okay. Well, we tap in for a green. And this for a black. And this for a green. And we're going to play this thing again. Ugh. Just the most frustrating. Dude, just leave it alone. Alright, what does this get me? Oh. Well, wouldn't that be cute? Alright, well, we're just going to go for it here. We're just going to just... I mean, maybe your opponent doesn't attack, right? Like, maybe he's just going to, like, leave all those things home and, like, just let us do a thing, right? That's totally what's going to happen, right? Oh, my... Another land. I mean... Okay. No attacks. Opponent's going to get the W unless he just sits there on his duff doing nothing. Oh, dear. Well, that is how it goes sometimes. Unnecessary, but sure. I mean, just attack with the unblockable things. I can't block those. They have protection from me. I guess I'm just dead. We're no block. Just kill me. All right. Well, we're gonna wish him a good game and let him do the damage, and then that's how that goes. Oof. Well, that hurt. All right. So, the ending there was not quite what I was hoping for, audience. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of a, I don't know, a result for the good guys here. But we got 3 wins with Bebop and Rocksteady, which is a pretty good result. The list is in the description. Please go check it out if you are interested in playing Bebop and Rocksteady. I think the commander actually got some promise. I don't know if it's going to be like a top flight commander. I don't think that's quite where its vibe is, but I think it's more than serviceable. And I think that's sort of the whole vibe with the Ninja Turtles just generally. It's that it's just a pretty serviceable set. There are lots of cards that are pretty reasonable cards. If you like what you've watched, you like the games, you like to play, please like and subscribe. Help us grow the channel. It's going to go, it'll be great. We only got one way to go, is but up. So help us out, help like and subscribe. We also have a link to our social media, and we've got a link to our podcast. So you can go and check it all out. We got some new podcast ideas coming out, a new person to collaborate with. So some new interesting things coming down the pipe in that dimension. But at this point, that's going to be me wishing you a good night, saying thank you for joining me for 5 games of Brawl with Bebop and Rocksteady, and I hope you all have a lovely night. Thank you very much.